I remember when I used to have quite bad social anxiety that I would go into a busy location and I would have this fear. I would have butterflies in my stomach and it's not a nice feeling. So what were some of the things, the methods that I used to overcome that social anxiety? So I'm heading to the gym. I've got a morning spin class. I struggled to get up this morning. I don't know what it is. Maybe we need to do a video on getting up early in the mornings. And then what I'm going to be doing today is I will be heading up to London. The first tip is understanding that no one actually cares as much as you feel they do. We're always worried about judgment from others, but really everyone has their own shit going on. Everyone has their own insecurities that where you may be feeling that someone's judging you in some way, someone's worrying about your actions or what you're doing. The truth of the matter is they aren't. All they're worrying about is themselves. So I've done videos on this before in terms of getting over worrying what people think of you and getting over judgment, but you have to get it into your head that on average we have 50,000 thoughts a day. So if you make a mistake in public, if you don't make the right eye contact with someone, or if you don't smile, you say something that maybe offends someone in a certain way, it really isn't going to affect their day as much as you think it is. So a good example of this is me vlogging like this in public. I used to have a big fear about it because I believed that people would judge me in some way. Now, someone might walk past in a minute and feel, what the hell is that idiot doing wearing that camel overcoat, taking videos of himself in a park? But at the same time, as soon as they then walk off, within probably 10 seconds, if not a minute, they're going to start thinking about their own insecurities, their own worries, their own stresses. Maybe, you know, their internal dialogue is going to start going on that they'll quickly forget about me. So is there much point me worrying about them judging me? Because it's going to be very short-lived. So number one, as I said, is understand that people aren't judging you as much as you think that they are. Get it out of your head that people are worrying about you. I'm going to share a few ways that you can do that in this video, but also I'm going to link up to a video that I've spoken about before, and this really helped me overcome the fear of judgment. Number two is break comfort zones. You won't improve when it comes to social anxiety if you don't break comfort zones. Now there's two ways of doing this, and I did more about this in another video which I'll link up to in the description, but you can either start steady. So what I mean by that is you can go slow. So if you're fearful of speaking to strangers, then what you can do is when you order a coffee, start some small talk, and then you build up from there to then go and approach more people. If you want to do it the other way, that's shock value, and what that means is you will literally shock yourself into overcoming it. So that one's a little bit more difficult. You have to do something that shocks your brain. So you go for the complete radical approach. It could be doing star jumps in the middle of a busy area. It could be laying down in public. It could be setting yourself the challenge to approach the most unapproachable person that there is. But you will not improve when it comes to social anxiety if you don't break comfort zones. There's a really good book called Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. Go and buy that book if you haven't already. But if you want to improve your social anxiety, you need to get out there. You need to break those comfort zones, because really at the current moment, all it is fear. It's based around fear. You feel anxious because you're fearful of people judging you. So get out there, either start small or go and shock your brain. And then for the final point, don't be afraid of rejection. A lot of fear of judgment, anxiety in social situations comes from the fear of rejection. So don't be afraid of it. If someone says no to you, if someone doesn't react to you in a positive way, don't be afraid of rejection. You can't please everyone. That's a lesson that I had to learn because I was a people pleaser, an exercise that I did In one of my other videos where I had to block someone from walking in London, I found very hard because I always wanted to please others. So please, please, please don't be afraid of rejection, because as soon as you detach yourself from someone saying yes to you, from someone approving of you, you're going to find that your anxiety in social situations will start to get better. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and I'll see you all in a video very, very soon.
Listening to my old songs back when I would talk about things that hadn't happened yet, but now I get to talk about. Just got back from South Beach, Collins Ave Shore Club. Always celebrating what I want to see more of. Took my mom with me, let her soak up all the sunshine.